Hi there, welcome to episode 4 of the Anguilla Isles series in City Skylines. I promised you that we're on Newt Island, as I promised, and we're going to follow Charles Lee, good old Charles, to his home at the King Residence. And then after that, we'll maybe grab somebody going the other way. And I need to hit the right key here so we can go. Okay, and Charles is just walking home. And I should probably get rid of that. That was just his little dialogue box. I wrote down his name this time. Okay, so he's following the pedestrian path from the upper part of the island, the high part of the island, where there are commercial buildings and a few high-rise residentials, but most of the people on this island live around the edges in little single-family homes. And there's a little bit of nightlife area and a little bit of, here comes somebody headed the other way. Yeah. And a little bit of offices and a little bit of commercial area here. But mostly it's just a reasonably quiet little island. Has a little more going on in it than Peaceful Island has. Oh, and you'll notice that you're hearing birds now, and you will if we get back up into the more heavily populated area. You'll be able to hear the blimp and hear the cars and hear the first 3 episodes that I did for this series. I had not yet realized that I needed to make a few more adjustments on my recording program in order to have the sound of the game save. Well, there goes, see, now that's the sound of the garbage truck that just went by. And wouldn't have heard that before. Is he getting into this vehicle? Oh my goodness, he is. Okay, well, fine, we'll do that. When they come down and they get into a vehicle, you can click on the vehicle or you can click on the person, which is better because then you're still following the vehicle, but when the vehicle is dropped by the person when he gets where he's going, you're just bounced up above the person and not all the way back where you got him from. So we're going to do that. We will still be able to see everything. He must have a long ways to go. Okay, and he's in a little kind of like SUV, and he's just going to drive along here until he gets home. And we get to look at all the nice little well, some of them are nice. These are level 1 and level 2 and level 3 buildings, most of them. So they don't have much landscaping. Now this one's a level 5 on coming up, and so is this one. Everything that has these landscaped flowered yards in front, all of those are level 5 houses. If they're shoved right up against the sidewalk, they're not. I think he's going to bounce out. Yep. See, now he bounced out. His car disappeared. He's still there. Okay. So we can now go down into him and continue what little there is left of his trip. It looks like he's going to head back this way. He's probably going to this house right on the left. And that'll be the end of our trip with him. Yep, there goes. One of my favorite houses. I love the lanai, the big porch, covered porch here. It's always so nice. These porches are so nice. Unfortunately, he's not looking out in the right direction, so we won't stick with him. So I'm going to put it on hold, tab out, click on one of the other buildings just to get out. Okay, clicking back out. Okay. And we did a hearse. That's a hearse down there. We did one of those last time. So I'm going to see if I can find somebody or something else to click on to. Get out of that. And down here in the single family area, it might be hard to find. So, well, I guess I could try just going down. I'm not very good at this, but I could try it. Okay. Okay, I tabbed to get into I am a sim first person. I'm hitting the W key to get down. I'm facing down towards the ground. There we go. See, you can even hear dogs barking now. And if during our trip I see somebody else who's going somewhere on a bicycle or walking, then we can always change. But this is Newt Island, and these are the homes on Newt Island. They're very much like on Peaceful Island, except as you can see, let me stop here a minute and look up. Up here, there are a lot of high-rise buildings up at the top, up there on the top of the hill. So that's the difference between this island and Peaceful Island. This island has a little bit more going on right there on the island. But that's the only difference. Down here, we still have just regular housing. Trying to stay down. It's hard to do this when you're in first person. I like to look up, and unfortunately when I look up, I also fly up in first person. So I don't see anybody else going anywhere, doing anything. It's the time of day. If you look at the shadows, it's noon. That means all of the Sims, except a few retirees and some unemployed people, all of the Sims are in school or at work or out shopping. They're not just hanging around here. We do have the day-night cycle on, I think. So we will eventually see evening coming, and towards the evening time, people start showing up from work and they're going home, or from school and they're going home. So I'm looking at we'll have that happening eventually. The only people we're likely to see this time of day are maybe in the parks. In one or two of the parks we might see a tourist or two, but that's pretty much it. I mean, mostly you don't see anybody. See, there's nobody in the yards. There's nobody anywhere. I'm getting kind of good at this. I haven't, I still can't stay down on the ground. I still float up like a helium balloon, but I'm getting there. Now this is a ferry station that we do not use anymore because the ferries were too expensive, but I left the ferry route and the ferry building in. Doesn't cost anything to leave them and turn them off. So if you should choose to add a ferry system again, you can, but right now it's a building that's not working. And this building right next to it is the ferry garage. You have to have one of those. They're very expensive. So if you don't need the ferries, and the blimps didn't need another garage, they already had one on the main island. And so I didn't see a reason to be spending city funds for ferries when the blimps would do just fine if I created coach blimps, which I did, so we didn't need the ferries anymore. But It's still there. You don't have to buy it. You can just turn it on. Um, you will have to pay maintenance on it per week, though. We're talking about this big building here. And what it does is it's where the ferry boats spawn from. Okay. And you don't want to pay for that if you don't have to. I think I might see a person out here. He seems to be just or maybe that's not a person. Maybe that's just a... I don't see people. I don't see any people. I wish I did, but I don't. No, that's not a person either. I saw bright green and what I thought was orange, and it was just a plant and a shadow. Oh, here's a grandma. Let's see where she's going. Oh, I know why I'm not seeing anybody. There, that's why. Okay, there's grandma. I didn't have the game turned on, so nobody was moving except me. Okay, there's a couple of folks over there in the park, and grandma's probably going to the same park. See a couple of guys over there. Both of them have their skateboards in their hands, so apparently they're planning on skating on the sand, skateboarding on the sand. I don't know how that would work. Really, guys? Okay, there's only one of them that has skateboard, yeah. Okay, you're just standing around, I'm bored. So off I go. And grandma's still walking, but she goes slow enough I think I can catch up with her. She might be headed for the blimp. I think that road right there that goes up takes you up to the blimp. Except it looks like she went past that already. When I'm talking about grandma, I'm talking about the little tiny lady in front of us on the sidewalk who is in pink, as they always are in this game. I don't know, you know, every other sim, every other clone of every sim that's in here, they all have different colored outfits. But the grandma and the grandpa, they're always wearing the same outfit. This grandma is always wearing this kind of outfit. Pink, always. Although they have varied the hairstyle, not the hairstyle, but the hair color of the grandma. I've noticed a couple with white hair and a couple with dark hair. Okay, passing up grandma. And still going. But like I said, she's a retiree. That's why she's still out here in the middle of the day when everybody else is not. Oh, just us and the birds. Okay, well, this is kind of boring. I'm gonna do a little flying. I'm gonna make like a bird. Fly up to the next level. Come in at the back door of the crematorium. That's what this big building is up here, is a crematorium. And this building across the street from it is a police department. We all know what the police department looks like now from the last episode. And there's the fire department and the clinic. Looks like I crammed everybody in together here. Ooh, where's this guy going? Let's stop. Okay. I'm up here where the clinic is. If I go this direction, I'm going to pop way back when I come out, so I've got to make certain that, okay, make certain I can find that. We went past that. We went past this. There it is. Oh, that fellow was just going to one of these buildings. I'll bet you anything. There he is down there, going to work at the health center. I wouldn't have gotten much of a ride out of him. Wonder if Grandma's still back there. I'm ready to ride a vehicle if I could find one. There's one. Driving to Mega Shopping Center. Okay. That'll take us a little ways. Okay, this is just Kathleen Simpson in her SUV, and she's headed for the Mega Shopping Center. Oh, and I forgot that I have to click her, not... Okay. Okay. It's just we'll get where we're going a lot faster. There. And Newt Island's not that big, so we should be all the way around to the other side here relatively soon. All of these little buildings are first, second, and third level housing that will eventually probably level up. Probably. Can't be sure of that. The one with the flowers there, if the ones with the flowers, they may be crammed right up against the front, but that's only because there's no room right here for anything more than a one-tiled building. And a single-tiled building has to be right up against the front. So, I love how there's places for people to park their cars. And they actually do park there. This is not a cruise line harbor. This is a harbor for cargo because we do have a little bit of commerce on this island. There are some very few, but some commercial buildings, and they all need to receive goods. So ships come in with like 2% in their holds or 8% in their holds, and 1 or 2 delivery vehicles pop out and deliver their goods. That's pretty much all that you get here, because there's not that much here. That's a spike I'm going to have to take care of. I did not mean to leave that there. There's something that I'm supposed to be telling you. I think I told you already that in the first 3 episodes I had not yet figured out how to get the sounds of the game save on. Uh-oh. She's gonna pop out here, I think. Where is she going? She's gonna park in the back. Looks like it. Yep, she's gonna park in the back. There it is. Okay. And she's going to pop out, or she just did pop out. And there she is. She went into the front, so I guess we can jump into somebody else. Or we have 19 minutes. We can call it a day for this one. See, we have some large mega buildings here. They're all commerce, Giga Store, Best of Best Shops, Mega Shopping Center, Best of Best Shops again. Giga Store again, we don't get a lot of choices, obviously. The company, and the company again. Mega Shopping, boy, there's not a lot of choice there. Okay, those are the high commercial. They pay higher taxes. And then there's all of these little guys down here that are karaoke all night, spectacular bowling, champion weightlifting, restaurant Elm Tree. All of these are, they're vanilla. They're just little vanilla buildings, and they're just here to, you know, give a little. I should probably at least put something in here. Maybe I could put a park. I'll just go put a park in there. All these four tropical parks, I can grab any one of these. Space already occupied. What by, I wonder? Could it possibly be electricity? No, it's not. I don't know what it is. Okay. Really? There we go. Okay. Well, whatever it wasn't happy with what I was offering, so I'm just going to, where there are blank spaces, I'm going to put in a little bit of park because there doesn't seem to be any at all. And that makes it, you know, not really very pretty. Okay, I'm just trying to make it look a little bit nicer when they're wandering around down below. There's nothing much down there. This way people would at least have something to look at. Did I get most of the spots? I think I did. Okay, if something ever comes in there, we'll want something pretty. There. Okay, now if somebody's... Now, I think it was... Yeah, it was up here that I didn't like that there was so much... not enough room for anything but buildings. Right here. Here we are. I'll just put one or two here. Just a couple little ones to break it up a little bit, because otherwise people walking around up in there are just going to be grossed out. And I'm hoping that doesn't take away too much from, no, I can't get it in there, can I? From the taxes that are being paid, because we do need the taxes, but we also need for things not to look quite so like a rat in a maze kind of thing. Okay, here comes somebody who might be going down this way. Is he? No. I want to see what it looks like going down this road from a Sims point of view. I need to find somebody who's walking down this road first instead of going the other way, as they all seem to be doing. See, we have a lot of Sims down in here, but they're all going the wrong direction. Okay, I'm gonna pause this. At least I'm gonna try. Okay, and it's recording again. I had to cough, and I didn't want to cough in the speaker. So I'm gonna just try tabbing in on my own. now that I'm willing to do that, probably one of these guys is going to go down this road. Nope. Okay. And if I was somebody walking down this road, you can see how it would look really dark and dingy and miserable, right? And imagine what it looked like before this little park was in here. See, at least now there's a park here to break it up a little bit. You know, before there was another building there. It was just a solid wall. And this way, at least you see a break ahead of you here and there. Like right here, there's a break coming up. And of course, like I said, as soon as I decided to go in on my own, somebody would go cycling by, and they did. But see, right here, there was no view out. There was nothing. There was just, you know, solid walls. And now we have at least a couple of parks that are opening up the sky a little bit. And that's ever so much better. And we're still getting 4,000 units of money. See, doesn't that look better than looking over here and seeing that again? You can look through it and see there's something in the distance. Even if it's just another building, it's not right on top of you, in your face, like this one is, you know. Unfortunately, when I'm in first person, this is me first person, I cannot jump by clicking on another sim, like that lady there. If I was in a sim and I wanted to go where she's going, I could just click on her and switch sims. But you cannot switch from I am a sim. That's another park that I put in there where there was another one of these buildings. Huge difference. Huge. Absolutely huge. Used to be another one of these buildings right here. And now it's opened up just a smidge. Just a little bit. And just a little bit makes a huge difference. Okay. And this is just natural, not parkland. This is just natural land. But you can see the difference there, right? Oh boy, that makes you sick to your stomach. Okay, we are at 28 minutes, so I'm going to end this episode and show you again that you were on Newt Island, which is way across from any of the other islands. See, there's the whole island system. There's Newt Island, there's Boulder Island, there's Peaceful Island, and then past that, Industrial Island and the University Island at the far other end. And that's what the game save is. And I think we've looked at every island except for Boulder Island, which I guess we can maybe take a look at in the next episode. And then I think we're done. I will have shown you enough that you can decide if you want to enjoy going to, you know, workshop and getting this game save. Up to you. Okay. Okay. See you later in the next episode. Bye.